Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. Before we continue, you guys already know that I have to thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you continue to show this show. We're going on almost 3 years now. I feel like I'm gonna have a tres años here in a minute. I'm so excited that you guys continue to love and support The Public Affair. Thank you guys so much. Of course, to Rogue Media Network for everything you guys do for me. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you so much. They haven't banned me from the network yet with my slutty antics and getting dragged out of Echo and Waco, but everything's fine. We're fine. Okay, listen, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by David Santabañez with Alinea Real Estate. He's the #1 sales agent in his office, darling. That's right. He'll help you buy a home or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea or call the number on the screen for all your real estate needs. My boy David's out there doing the damn thing. Listen, it is the new year. Go out there and get you a brand new house, and David Santabañez has got you. Thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. Of course, to my girl, the Cajun queen, Anika Armstrong with Pee-wee's Crab Cakes of Texas. Well, I see you shaking your head. Yes, that means it's delicious. Serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. Listen, my favorite is the crabby seafood pasta. I love rolling around in it. And let me tell you guys something too. She's got brunch now on Sundays. That's right, brunch, mimosas, crab cakes, it all. Head over to 108 Jim Drive in Hewitt or order online at orderpeeweescrabcakesoftexas.com. To my girl, Anika Armstrong, thank you for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate you. Of course, to Arturo's Frame with Arturo and Eva de la Cruz. They do wood framing for houses and all remodeling. That's right, darling. Listen, if you need a house built from the ground up, they got you as well. Because, you know, who doesn't want a brand new spanking house, right? Hablan inglés y español. Call the number on the screen for a free in-town consultation. A los dos, Arturo, Eva, mil gracias por todo. Thank you guys so much. Follow on Facebook at Arturo's Frame. And thank you for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Oh my goodness, of course, to Joseph Blancas with JB Auto Detailing. Listen, he detailed my car today. He said he found all the residue, I should say, on the passenger seat. I told him mind his business. He provides mobile detailing for all of Waco and the surrounding area and promises 100% satisfaction guaranteed, leaving your vehicle looking brand spanking new. I loved it when I picked it up today. It smelled super fresh. Pricing and such at jbautodetail.net and call the number on the screen to book. Facebook, JB Auto Detailing. Joseph, thank you so much for detailing my car today and for sponsoring The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking my boy Sid Rodriguez. Got me looking like a snack for Mr. Marty Mar and Elite Barbershop located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen to book or download the Squire app. Walk-ins are welcome as well. They also have Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, and Isai Reyes over there, making you look as snackish as I have for more than 140 episodes of The Public Affair. To Elite Barbershop, thank you for being the longest running sponsor and supporter of The Public Affair. Sid, bro, you already know I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, so like I said, I've been super excited to have this next person on the show. Like most of the men in my life, he's had me waiting. He canceled on me twice and he finally showed up today. I'm gonna tell him to give him shit about it. Then had me waiting outside of my own studio, which I was like, excuse me. This hailing from South Waco, he is a rap god in the making. I just feel it in my soul. I just cringed when I saw his freestyle on YouTube. There was no hesitation. I said, come on my show, and he was more than happy to do so. I am so excited to welcome Mr. Marty Marr here on The Public Affair. Marty, how you doing?
What's up with it, y'all? You know, it's a blessing to be here. You know, hailing from South Waco. We here today to make some noise.
That's it.
You know.
There was making a lot of noise outside too. You were making tons of noise outside. I love those meetings before.
You know, we're trying to keep it down a little bit.
No, you don't. And you know what I think is so cute? That you came with your whole posse. I need a posse too, Marty.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is this your normal people? They're outside spectating right now, so they can't see. That means you can't see them. Yeah.
The thing about it, man, when it comes to a posse, you know, some people like to, you know, get some new faces in, get some that just trying to, you know, hop on the train. But it's not like that. You know, my posse, you know, like I said, they my people. We blood. Yeah. They've been here since step one, since I was freestyling in the restroom. So wow. They still here. You know, they know what's coming.
That's it. Yeah. So you think you're being followed by a solid group of guys?
Yes, sir.
That's what I love that. You're supposed to have a good support system behind you, right?
Definitely.
And listen, guys, when he falls, you better be able to pick his ass up and we'll whoop all your asses. All right?
Straight like that.
I can't fight, but I'm whooping everybody's ass out there. Okay. No, well, you're supposed to. It's important, especially in a career like yours in the music business, where you know there's a lot of fickleness going around, and you need to have a good support system of people that are going to pick you up when times are tough. You're going to be judged a lot, you know, and we're going to get into all that for sure. Yeah. But you know what, Marty? I think I really wanted to give you shit because Marty was supposed to have been on the show a long ass time ago, right? And you know, there's some things behind the scenes that's going on with that, right? Didn't you get yourself in a little bit of trouble or anything? Can we
something like that?
Yeah, can we talk a little bit about? I think it's important to talk about. I mean, we're not judging you on the public affair.
Nah,
I've spread my legs to everybody. You know what I mean? They've had to carry me out of bars. We good, all right? So yeah, no, you were supposed to come on twice. Things were happening. A lot was going on, and we had to cancel twice. So can we talk a little bit about that? What was going on, Marty? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just, I'm a man that likes to have things organized, and and even if I got 10 things to be organized, and then, it's 9 out of 10, I'm not going to feel comfortable if that, that 10th situation ain't organized.
Ooh,
so I like to make sure everything's lined up to where I feel comfortable, making things fall through. And if I don't feel comfortable making things fall through, then I'm going to have to wait and shake back, then to do it.
Oh, okay. See, so you were just getting things organized to be on the
I was, my brother Nero, Money Made Nero, there's a lot of situations going on with him. Trying to make sure my brother good. We got a lot of shit to handle, a lot of shit to, get through, figure out. And, that my team isn't just me. We're a team for a reason. We're a brotherhood. If one of us ain't good, none of us is good.
Yeah, definitely.
So as much stress as it is on him, it's the same, it's weighing on me the same way. So I got to make sure he's good before I make sure I'm good.
And so Nero, for anybody who does not know, because I was doing my homework, and I listen, I have to admit, Marty, I love your music, okay? Yeah. I don't listen to a lot of rap, and more pop, Latin pop, reggaeton, salsa, and bachata. That's me, okay? Fucking Cheetah Girls in South Waco. But so Nero is a local rapper as well, correct? Sir. And so he's currently away at the moment. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. And so, is he part of your posse of boys?
Yes, sir. He's one of the ones that really founded it, the MGOG. I got lucky enough to, meet him and, have enough potential and enough respect and love to, join that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's not easy just, coming off the street.
Yeah.
That you can have the street rep, all the trap rep, whatever you want to call it. But when it comes to music, you got to be a businessman. You got to make sure that they're not going to let you join and you just crash out. Because like I said at the beginning, everybody has to look good.
Yeah.
If one person don't look good, the rest don't look good. Yeah. So, Nero had to make sure that I was going to be a positive attitude, a positive vibe, and I was going to hold my own weight and make sure that I made some shake.
Would you say he was a mentor in your career?
Yes, sir. He's still a mentor. Good.
The
talks, like I said, I ain't really had no daddy, no family like that, no big brother. So Nero, just, the little time I've known him, he's put me on game. He's gave me wisdom. He's really made me feel like the man I'm supposed to feel. He showed me that I'm capable and I have the potential to reach for the stars.
That's important.
Yes, sir.
That's so important. And you know what? And I love that, I've been watching you behind the scenes, and I love how much you're there for him.
Yes, sir. That's my brother.
Time of need. And you're supposed to. When times get tough, you're definitely supposed to
That's what I'm saying. If you call somebody your brother or your sister or family, you got to be there for everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Through the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad. If you're not there, there's no reason to even, tell them that you family, because family is family.
So, Marty, for people watching this podcast who are probably like, Andrew, who is this guy with the tattoos all over his face, the fresh fade, whatever. Listen, and we don't judge on the public affair. I've had everybody on this show. You know what I mean? Can you just introduce yourself to us for people who may not know who you are, maybe who are not involved with the rap scene that are watching this show? Can we get to a little bit to know about you and your life growing up?
My name is Marty Mar. Don't forget the MGOG at the beginning. Born and raised South Waco. I'm just another little hood baby trying to make it out, but it's a lot bigger than that, Through my whole life, I was trying to figure out what I'm good at, what I'm bad at, what situations and what, accountability I can have in this world to really, make a positive image.
Right.
And, since a young age, I've been rapping, a young age. I'm talking about like 12 years old. I already had notebooks full of little freestyles and some more shit.
Were you in school making the beats on the cafeteria table and shit? Were you those kids?
Yeah, I was in school banging on the table, making beats and shit like that. I'm finna kick a flow.
Now, was that tattoo on the eye, was that always there since you were 12?
No, I've had that since my brother JJ passed. Long name JJ.
Okay, JJ passed.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Yeah, so that's what that is, his initials?
Sir.
I didn't mean to make a joke about that.
No, you good.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay, listen, look at the fucking entourage in the window, all right? My bad, damn. They're going to jump me when the fucking show is over.
Nah, you good.
Okay, so growing up for you, what was that like? I've had a lot of people from South Waco on this show. Everybody's circumstances were always different. What about Marty Mar's?
Shit, I'm I'm what you could say, you know, I had a hard dealing. You know, I ain't really have my daddy. He was in and out of prison.
Yeah.
You know, making moves. He was a dope boy. You know, no shame to him because half the time we ate was because of that.
Okay, got you.
But a lot of the times, you know, when we struggled, it was also because of that.
Because of
know?
that. It was like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, literally. You know, you got the front end, the back end, both got positive and negative. So you taking both to the face, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And then, you know, my mama, you know, I love my mama to death, you know, but we've been through a lot, you know, with her too.
Oh, okay.
You know, my mama had her faults, you know, she had her differences in life. You know, she didn't really have an easy life either. So, you know, I was the last born child.
Oh, okay.
So having me, you know, it really, I wouldn't say it set my mama and my daddy back, but it kind of just, it was a whole nother situation that they had to deal with. And they was already dealing with their own situations.
Okay,
so it was, you know, it was hard, you know. You know, I've been homeless plenty of times. You know, I've slept on people's couches, even if they ain't want me there. You know, slept on the floor.
Were you running away from home, or was it you and your mom?
I'll be real with you. I ain't really have no home to run away from.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Was that like how bad the the living situation was?
Like that's why I tell people, like, you know, in my songs, they be like, "What you mean ghetto baby?" Like I'm a real ghetto baby. Like I was born in these streets and I've stayed in these streets. I didn't have no positive outlook, you know, I didn't have no positive opportunities, you know, no chances to make a difference. It was just us.
Right.
We were stuck. And when people imagine, Waco ain't that big, how can you be stuck? This city big.
Yeah.
And the way I look at it, you know, they say you got the north side, the east side, the south side, the west side. I don't look at it like that.
Okay, you don't.
In this city, you got our side, and then you got that side. You got the good life, and you got the bad life. And people don't realize, you know, how ugly and dirty it really gets in these streets. In this city, you know, I really lived, you know, a life that ain't even imaginable.
Right.
Like, I can't believe I'm here right now. You know, I done had my losses too. You know, I done had my doubts, you know, my faults. You know, I took my L's to the chin, but you'd be surprised, you know, what really happens and what really goes on and what, you know, our people deal with.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
I was going to say, like, how did you, because you seem like you got a pretty good head on your shoulder. Obviously, you have this really great talent that a lot of people try to do. It's not really for everybody, right? It's not. I'm sorry. Listen, I can critique. I'm a critic, okay? No, but you know, like you seem like you have a really good head on your shoulder. You know, when you came out of the car with your posse and the smoke, you were very respectful. No, you were. Listen, guys, Marty was very respectful. Hey, bro, how you doing? Gave me a hug, everything like that. So was it always like that for you, or were you getting yourself into trouble too? Or?
No, I've really, like I said, when you ain't got, you know, no mentors and you ain't got nobody to look up to, you gotta look up to yourself.
Oh,
if I'm only 20, I'm only 23.
And you're 23 right now.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow.
And the only positive outlooks I've ever had in life, you know, I had, you know, my popo and my momo, you know, my grandma and my grandpa. You know, he was a pastor. Oh. So I had them as a positive outreach, and then my sister Josie and my brother-in-law Ivan. You know, my sister Josie, the shit that she's done for me throughout life, I got to give it to her, man.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's probably like. She's probably one of the only reasons that I'm here right now.
Yeah. Oh wow, really?
Her and my Aunt Melissa, like they made sure that they tried their hardest to just try to get me to shake back.
Yes. Did you say Melissa watches the show, by the way?
Yes,
Give
sir.
a shout out to Melissa. Thank you so much, sweet. You said she was excited when you told her
she was she was excited in the motherfucker.
That's great.
Jumping up and down, clapping her hands and some other shit.
Listen, when the fuck did my show become that? Okay.
Apparently it's been there.
I can't wait to go home and play fucking Hogwarts Legacy and call it a day.
Me too. I'm on that motherfucker too.
Isn't it great?
It's amazing.
Isn't it great?
It's amazing.
It's so amazing.
Game of the year. I don't care what nobody says.
You didn't strike me as a gamer, Marty Mar. You strike me as, and this is just being judgmental, like, you know, just out. You know what I mean? You just be out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do people have a misconception about you?
They definitely do.
Yeah.
You know, people, you know, throughout my whole life, people always thought I was like, you know, like a dope boy, you know, like a little street slang, little street slanger. You know, they thought I was just a little hothead, which I was for a minute. But like I said, that's how it is when you ain't got no guidance.
Right.
I was born into poverty. You know, I was born into starvation. I was born into a life that nobody should be born into. You know, and you know, they say that it's up to you to make a change, but it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a little one.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, throughout my whole life, like I said, I didn't really have too many positive outreaches, you know, to really make a change, you know. So people think the worst of me. You know, they think I'm an asshole. They think I'm this and that, you know, that it's fuck this and fuck you, but it's not.
Yeah.
I got a good heart. I got a good mind. I got a good soul. It's just, when you grow up in these streets,
You see things differently.
Like people are only gonna see what you give them.
Right.
And I'm gonna be real with you. I never cared about really trying to put myself out there too much. You know, like people can say, you know, I'm an asshole, woo-de-woo. I don't really give a damn.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know at the end of the day, I'm a good one.
That's it.
I'm one of the few that are really here to make a change. I'm here to make a change not for just me, but for my people, for the ones that have looked out for me, for my community. I care about my city.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the thing, you know, it could be the main ones in the city that they, you know, they hold on the throne. Give gratitude to that they don't do nothing for the city.
Okay.
You know?
So you want to do something different then?
Yeah, I'm trying to show my city and my people we can make it out this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And you ain't gotta just be a rapper, you know, you ain't gotta be just a ball player, musician. There's 100 things. It don't matter if you land you a solid 9 to 5. That can get you out this bitch.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and there's
you know, this life is truly what you make it. And I think it sounds like you're like a living example of that. You know what I mean?
I'm saying.
You didn't grow up victim to your circumstances.
Yeah.
You obviously got a really good head on your shoulders. You seem to be doing well for yourself. You know what I mean?
Sir.
You made it here in one piece. Now you're on the public affair, right?
Yes, sir.
Listen, so what was like the worst trouble you thought you've ever gotten into, and was it compromising to your future? And did you think, what the fuck am I ever gonna get out of this?
Just last year, you know, I was road running. You know, I was going to.
What is road running? Is that racing?
Nah, that's you know, like
you could share. That's okay.
Pretty much, you know, like moving. You know, I was going to different states. You know, to pick up shit. Bringing it back. You know,
doing DoorDash deliveries. Right? Okay, there you go. Now, for the people that only had Dash Pass though, they'll know what we're talking about.
And, you know,
it's okay. Yeah, there you go.
And it was like, you know, it was probably like my 10th, 11th run. And I was doing good. You know, I wasn't really too focused on the 9 to 5. You know, like you said,
well, that's fast
people
money
see
too.
People see the tattoos. You know, they see the way you talk, the way you act.
Yes.
And they don't want to hire you. They think that you just a little street baby. You know, people. You know, that's what people don't realize. The main ones that never give you a chance, never get to see what chance you even have to give. You know?
Wow, that's deep.
So I was. You know, I'm a hustler. You know,
For sure.
I'm my daddy's son. My daddy made sure at the times he was able to. He made sure we all ate. We had kicks on our feet, you know, fresh clothes. And like I said, it wasn't all the time, but, you know, he did what he did.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you know, I was coming back from Colorado.
Yeah.
I got pulled over in Abilene, trunk full.
Oh,
you
no.
feel me?
And isn't that crazy? What are you, like some hours away from home? And you're like,
I wasn't
almost
even
there, boys.
Literally.
What the
literally.
fuck? We're
like,
almost at Whataburger. And
like, I'm thinking, like, we finna hit Jack in the Crack on the way back.
Yes.
Like, you feel me? And
then you get pulled over. Ay, Dios mío.
And, you know, you know, they hit me with, you know, manufacturing and delivering.
Okay.
You know, bond $100,000.
Yeesh. The boys came though, right? They got the bail money?
Yeah, they
did. Okay, now we're not gonna ask how you got $100,000. I don't want that on my show. But they got your money. But as long as they get their money, they're good. Yeah. And, did you think it was over for you at that point, Marty?
I did.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you know, my family, you know, not everybody broke, but not everybody wealthy.
Yes.
You know, like my sister Josie, she got 6 kids. She gotta look after them. My brother, you know, he got a couple kids. He got to look after them. My other sister got a couple kids. You know, my whole family, they got shit going. People got bills. They got car payments. They got mortgages.
Yes.
And so I couldn't expect me being a 22 years old.
Yes. And that kind of trouble.
In that kind of trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
I was not expecting them to drop everything and come save me.
Oh,
because how are they going to?
Right.
It's $100,000 bond.
Well, they made a way, right?
They made a way.
That's when you sell plates and stuff like that.
Yeah, like.
Listen, I'll sell my box for $100,000. And I'm talking about this box, not my Xbox. Okay. Listen, when times are tough, Marty, I'm definitely going to be on my knees.
You got to make some shake.
In the alley. Yes, I am. Okay. I get on my knees all the time anyway. You might as well make some money off of it. All right.
You're funny as a motherfucker.
You know, Marty, this is a really good question for you. You know, being in a position that you're in, right? Like, so you're a rapper, and a lot of people are watching when you don't think they are, right? Yeah. And I've learned this in my career as well. Yeah. You might become an inspiration to somebody that's a lot younger than you that says, oh, you know, I watched the On the Floor freestyle on YouTube, which I loved, by the way, which I did. That's how I discovered you. And they know, like, let's say a young kid watches that and they say, oh, I want to be like Marty Mar. You know what I mean? Do you think being in that type of trouble is a setback for you when it becomes an inspiration, or when you become an inspiration to people? Because you're an inspiration not by choice. Yeah. That's just what gets sat in our lap, whether we like it or not. Kids are watching the fucking public affair and they want to be on the show now. Yeah. I don't know why, because I talk about spreading my legs and getting on my knees. And so, you know, for you, do you think that hinders you being an inspiration? And is being an inspiration daunting to you? In
my eyes, it do, because like I said, I'm trying to set a positive example.
For sure.
Like, I want them to see that, you know, you ain't got to move drugs. You know, you ain't got to go shoot shit up. You ain't got to do none of that to prove a point or to prove yourself. You just got to find you a solid foundation to really rock with.
Yes.
you know, I can't speak for everybody, but, you know, none of us was born rich.
Yeah, definitely.
You feel me? But
Yes.
that doesn't mean that, you know, you got to die crashing out.
Right.
Because you can get rich one day.
Okay.
And, you know, me catching them charges and, you know, being locked up and having that setback, in my heart, it hurt because, you know, especially for like my nephews and my little cousin, you know, I got a lot of people that look up to me. You know,
Definitely.
You know, even with the fans now,
Yeah.
you know, you'd be surprised how many people look up to Marty
Oh,
Mar.
for sure. Yeah.
And, you know, me catching that case and catching them charges, I felt like in my heart, I'm like, I fucked up.
Wow. Okay.
Because I want to show them, you know, I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to show them that you can make it out just by talking into a mic, by saying some slick shit, by telling these people, you know, what the fuck you go through.
Yeah,
like your life.
Yes.
And, you know, them seeing me on the news and the newspaper and all the other shit, I felt like that really showed them.
Right.
Well, maybe he is fucking up behind the scenes.
But that's what everybody focuses on too, Marty. Like everybody will always focus on the negative over everything else.
That's what I'm saying.
So you know, you can end up being Marty Marr that wins like 5 Grammys, like on every award show. The minute you fuck up one time, it's like that's what everybody focuses on.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to focus on the negative and the bullshit. And it's just, and I can't be mad at it because like I said, that was my decision. That was a self-made decision. That was, you know, and you got to deal with them consequences.
That's it.
But it's a little bit harder dealing with the consequences knowing that you already got people that look up to you. Like I said, my oldest nephew, Malachi, that's my baby boy. Like he looks up to me and he's like, Uncle Marty, you know, I want to be you one day. You know, not with like the trapping or the rapping, but I just want to be a respectable man that holds himself up accountable for his decisions, whether it's good or it's bad, and I look out for my people. Yeah. And it really did fuck me up catching that charge because I talked to him on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, while you were in jail?
Yeah, and I could hear it in his voice. You know, he's, you know, Uncle Marty. You know, he's like,
was he like scared, shaky?
Hell yeah, because like it's like, man, you know, I'm in a whole nother city.
For sure.
You know, I'm in Abilene. You know,
we didn't even get to get our Jack in the Box like the number 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would have been pissed off. Can we at least stop and get curly fries, bitch? Like I just drove in from Colorado. Do you know how hard? Listen, we drove from Vegas. I know how hard that fucking drive is. Yeah, it's boring. Oh God, shit. You know, so then that happens. How long were you locked up for?
Like about a month. Okay. You know, I was trying to make that bond for real.
Oh, for real, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to make that bond.
And I bet family was over there doing work, huh?
Yeah, they was putting that.
Did I buy those enchiladas? Did I? No, you know, people, they sell plates now and shit. I be buying them sometimes because they're really, really good. Did you see some gay shit in jail, Marty?
Nah, not where I was at. Okay. I was locked up.
There's no gay shit? Okay.
I was locked up with like, you know, like the real criminals. Like they had me in the back pot. I'm with the
There's no gay people
I'm with the niggas facing life. You know, they got murder, you know, attempted murder, you know, they got these big ass, you know, drug charges.
Damn, they put you in there with them?
Yeah.
Oh, you have with some DoorDash orders?
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Those are big DoorDash
but
orders.
I would think that, you know, if they was in there for life, that they were definitely, you know, some things going on back there. Like it
was just a lot. There was a lot of violence, man, and that's what people don't realize.
Did it scare you?
Nah, the reason it didn't scare me, you know, I'm not gonna be on this bitch, you know, trying to sound tough. Like it didn't scare me, but I was on my toes. Like I was on all 10 because I've seen it in the streets, you know.
Yes.
Seen niggas, you know, get smoked, get stabbed, get robbed, get set up, get beat up, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
But seeing that shit while you locked up, it's a whole different experience. You know, like seeing the old head that ain't seen his mama in 40 years and he walking around the pod with a big ass shank telling niggas, I ain't seen my mama in 40 years. I'm facing life. I'm not going to see her for another 40. You think I give a fuck about your life? That shit going to have you sitting there like, I'm not supposed to be in this bitch. You feel me? Like, I want to go home, Cuddy.
For sure. Listen, like, I would have been fucking bitched out. Do you hear me? I would have been his girlfriend. I would have been like, listen, please don't kill me. I will spread my legs to you every night. I don't give a fuck what you have. Don't shank me, please. I only have a month in here, okay? It'll be the most pleasurable month of your life. So I guess, you know, being in prison, because, you know, everybody, I like that you just said that, because a lot of people really try to act like hard and, you know, I don't give a fuck if I go in there, but it really kind of gives you like a slice of humble pie.
Yeah, because like,
correct?
Because there ain't, I mean, there's nothing to try to be tough about. Like, you locked up. There's nothing tough about that. What I try to tell people, especially my youngins, you know, catching these charges, you know, they catching bigger shit than I've ever caught.
Wow.
What you got to realize is you fucking your life up.
That's it.
And when you get locked up, you might think, oh, I caught a body. I murdered somebody. They're going to respect me.
Yeah.
But what you don't realize is you caught one body. You in there with a nigga that caught 4 or 5. Stabbed a nigga to death, broad daylight. You ain't do that. And he don't feel tough. He crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the difference. You trying to go in that bitch acting tough. You know, I did this, I did that, I hit a lick. They don't give a fuck about that.
Like,
they want you to act tough. They want you to act out to a point to where they got something to show you.
Okay.
And there's no reason to act tough because, like I said, you in a situation.
See that? So what my tactics are correct then, right? Like if I ever go to jail, I just go in there and bitch out. Right? No, that's what it is. I want to say all that shit. If I act tough, Marty, they're gonna beat my ass up, and if I act like a bitch, they're gonna treat me like that.
And that's the thing people don't realize too. Like you think you get locked up, you think that you gotta walk in that bitch with your chin up and your chest out. Right. You don't gotta do that. It's just like it's street politics. It's the same shit. Like you just gotta walk in there respectable.
Oh, I see.
Knowing.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, knowing
that you want your
that there's other niggas in there that got it worse than you. Just like in the streets, you be like, nigga, my life sucked.
Okay.
The whole time down the block. Say you sleeping on the floor, there's a nigga down the block sleeping outside.
Right.
You gotta realize like people don't give a fuck about none of that.
Right.
You fucked up. You gotta take that shit to the chin.
Okay.
You know?
So there is like a sense of maybe decorum in prison where it's like, okay, listen, just go in there. Don't be trying to act like hot shit.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to act like you run shit. Just go in there, do your thing.
That's what I'm saying. Just go in there and be you.
And so you were good? You didn't get into any sticky situations?
Nah, man. You know, like I said, I'm a young nigga, but I'm old school at heart. I'm real respectable.
Sure.
You know, I show my love. I show, all that shit. You know, I walked in there and I was with some gangsters. I was with some real ones. Okay. But I mean, I'm a gangster too.
That's it.
And when it comes to saying gangster, that don't mean that you a hothead. You out there, whoop de whoop, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just the way we grew up.
That's just the way it is. Yeah.
Like I'm still respectable. I'm still honorable. I'm still, I got my head on my shoulders. I just fucked up. Everybody fucked up in that hoe. There's no reason to go in there and fuck
act
up
like
some
you're
more.
Better.
Yeah, because you go in there and act like you better.
Yes.
You might run into a nigga on the street, be like, I'm better than you. He be like, all right, brush you off. It's not gonna work like that in there. They're gonna smash your ass.
That's it.
They're gonna fuck you off. Yeesh. And there's no need for that.
Yeah, for sure. Now listen, Marty, if we ever get locked up together, you better act like you're my friend. No, for real, okay? Because you better let me hang out with your posse of gangsters, okay? Because I am pretty gangster. I hung out there and was loud with you guys, okay? Listen, Marty, I love the conversation so far. We're going to take a quick little break, okay? When we get back, I want to learn more about how you became Marty Mar. I want to learn about the rap career. I want to learn about your certain opinions about certain things that are a little bit salacious and I can't wait to ask you about because I've been wanting to ask a rapper so bad. And I was like, I picked Marty Mar to do it. So make sure you guys stay here on The Public Affair. We'll be right back with Mr. Marty Mar. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this super awesome episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Mr. Marty Mar. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just some more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Listen, it's the Red Wine, all right? I want to give a shout out to my boy Julian and my girl Ana Banda with Banda's Hauling Service. They rent dump trailers, darling. That's right. You fill it up and they haul it away. They also do junk removals and tree brush removals, and they also haul cars in and out of town. Listen, if the car breaks down after the show, call Banda's Hauling Service. He'll come over and he'll tow it for you, okay, Marty? I swear to God. Super convenient, super affordable, super professional, and I love Julian and Banda. Banda's Hauling Service, booked now with the number on the screen. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the J. Perez and Henry Flores with Waco Made Granite. They offer amazing granite quartz countertops, backsplashes, and so much more, darling. That's right. Perfect for rentals, flipping homes, or if you just want something new and fresh for your house, you're tired of the same old shit. All right, listen, if you mention this ad as well, you get the exclusive Public Affair pricing, which is only $37 a square foot for level 1 material. I don't know what that is, but that sounds like a hell of a bargain, all right? Call the number on the screen for a consultation. Follow on Facebook at Waco Made Granite. J. Perez, Henry Flores, they do so much more, so you guys got to call them on the number on the screen. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to the queens, darling, that's right, Lisette, Luna, and Amanda Switzer with Embrace Fitness. They teach group fitness classes, darling, that are fun and dynamic, specialized in total body workouts by Excola and by Jackie and Zumba Step. Listen, class times are very, very convenient. I don't want to hear your shit, all right? Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m., so it's never too late to get into shape. You can also contact them to rent out the building for parties and small events in case you need somewhere to throw your birthday party. They'll let you rent it out. You just got to ask nicely. Lisette, Luna, Amanda Switzer. Ladies, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, the Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin Avenue. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training. That's right, with elite skills training to make your kid superb star athletes, because let me tell you something, they are training with absolute professionals. That's right. Open plays are on Mondays and Wednesdays for ages 16 and older at 8:30 p.m. hosted by Morrow, aka Silly Buns. He's from South Waco too. I call him Silly Buns because he be acting like hard shit, you know what I mean? Only $5 to play. Follow on Facebook at Soko Soccer Academy, on Instagram at Soko Soccer 254. Dominic, Ariana, thank you guys so much for being longtime supporters of The Public Affair and always being there for me. I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you. All right, guys, listen, we're gonna get right back into it with my very special guest, Mr. Marty Mar, hailing from South Waco here on The Public Affair, but he also said that he doesn't see sides of the compass when it comes to being from this city, which I like. You know, you're not boxed boxed in. You're not like a person that's boxed into shit. You know what I mean? Was that fair to say?
Yeah.
Listen, before we continue too, I definitely have to give a shout out to one of my really good friends, Jonathan Solis. We call him Hulk. I think you guys used to work together.
That's my dog.
Yes, listen, we're really good friends. And he was actually one of the ones that was like, bro, you should get Marty Mar on the show.
Yeah.
He did. He was very encouraging of that. Man. When I was like, I was doing my homework on you. You know, I do my homework.
Yeah.
I do my homework. I start asking people about you and shit. And, you know, people have different opinions. But I liked you. He had very nice things to say about you. He really did. Listen, Marty, how did you become Marty Mar? Where'd that start? And where'd that name come from? Because that's not your last name.
Nah, she really, my daddy, he big Martin. You know, he big Marty.
Oh, okay.
You know, so, you know, growing up, you know, people just, you know, they was trying, I guess you could say, like, trying to come up with a nickname for me and some other shit. And, you know, Marty Mar it just attached to me.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember, you know, back in the Gap when I was a little one, you know, one of my little homies, he was just like, Marty Mar, you know, off the show Martin.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what they used to call him. They used to call him Marty Mar.
Oh, okay, I see.
So he called me Marty Mar.
That was
we
your
just,
thing.
we just ran with it. We just ran with it.
Did you know that was going to be your stage name from the beginning?
No, hell no.
Okay. Were you trying to come up with different shit?
Yeah.
Like Lil Marty or something?
Yeah, I was come up with all types of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I realized, Marty Mar, you know, I wasn't trying to, you know, on every level, I'm not trying to portray something I'm not.
Right, for sure.
You feel me? And that Marty Mar, I'm like, you know, that's already a household name. That's what everybody know me by. I'm like, fuck it, it's Marty Mar.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Was recording your first song professionally, was that like nerve-wracking for you?
Hell yeah.
Really? What was it? It wasn't On the Floor, right?
No.
No, I mean, because that's the first song I heard from you, and I have to say that it is, okay, so I'm going to tell, it's kind of gay. I was up at 2:30 in the morning trying to find, like, you know, what you find for 2:30 in the morning, which is not groceries. and so I was on YouTube and I came across your page and I was like, oh my God, this guy is like phenomenal. You know what I mean? What was the first song that you recorded? Is it out now?
Can't Go Back.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was the first ever song I recorded in. You know, shout out Giovanni the King.
I love him.
Yeah, he's the one that shot that video for me. That was my first video.
He was, you know, he was on the show.
Yeah.
He ate special cookies on the show.
For real?
Yeah, from Colorado on DoorDash.
My boy love that shit.
Yes, he does. Yeah. Okay, so that was your first. So what was it like for you? What was the experience like for Marty Mar, who's like this renowned rapper on the come up as a renowned rapper, to go into the studio for the first time? Were you fucking up, or what was that experience?
Yeah,
like
I was fucking up.
Yeah.
I was fucking up. I'm real with you.
Yeah.
It's like, cause it's different. You know, I was used to, you know, freestyling.
Okay.
You know, just hitting beats in the bathroom. You know, just talking my shit outside in my granny crib. And when it's different, when you in a real studio, you can't just go on the mic and just start talking.
Okay, for sure.
You know, you gotta really like figure out your sound, figure out your rhythm.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole ordeal.
It's a whole thing. You saw the what we were doing before this.
Yeah.
The lighting and shit like that.
Yeah, so it's shit like that. It's like a whole, you know, you got to have the chemistry down with yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I wasn't fully aware of. You feel me? Like I said, and I'm a little street baby. That was I was just hopping in that bitch trying to make some hot shit.
Yeah, okay.
And it wasn't that easy.
Yeah.
Like you can go back to the song and you can really listen compared to how I sound now to that first one.
Okay.
You could tell I was in that hoe just talking.
Okay, got you.
But it's still, you know, it was still raw.
How were you handling the critique in the beginning? Because I know sometimes criticism can be hard to intake. And, you know, you think you have the answers to everything, and somebody that you barely know is telling you, listen, that's trash. Yeah. You know, so did you take that negatively, or how were you receiving that?
Nah, shit, to be honest with you, I ain't never even really received no hate.
Oh, good.
You know, I really haven't, which is crazy because, you know, niggas love to hate. They love to talk their shit, run their mouth. And it just didn't. It just didn't really come out like that.
Right.
Because, you know, like I said, it was raw. Like, you know, there was some people saying, you know, I could have spit this harder. I could have said this better. I could have put more, you know, into it. Yeah. But it was my first time. You feel me? I was just trying to get that shit out.
Marty, let me tell you something. Like, in a minute, when I go sit down and fucking piss, somebody's going to have an issue with it. You know what I mean? Like, we can't do nothing. You know, the more notoriety that you build for yourself and the more successful that it's going to come with those people. It's inevitable. Yeah. And I didn't want to believe it. You know what I mean? I've been through my fair share of shit with the show and the people that say things behind my back as well. Or even on social media. It's really mean. You know what I mean? And I'm not gangster like you. Like, I'm not going to go pull up on a bitch. You know what I mean? So I start crying. But, you know, like, you know, I've seen you've been involved with some things like that. Yeah. How do you not let, like, the rap beefs, if you will, or the beefs or the negativity that people are hating, how do you not let that overshadow your talent?
Shit, just don't worry about that shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, I was known before this rap shit. Like, niggas know me in the streets for 100 things. And it wasn't rapping.
Okay, got you.
So, like, I already have, you know, my respect, you know, my little crown on my head type shit. You know, I wasn't So it's the same as in the street. You know, niggas gonna talk. They gonna bump their gums. I ain't worried about that shit.
That's it.
You feel me? I ain't worried about that shit. That's all you gotta do.
Well, I need to be like you. I try to act like I'm not worried about that shit, but I'm worried about that shit.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was worried. I was worried about that shit for a minute. But like I said, I just had to really find myself. You know, figure myself out. I had to learn. You know, like the words, they just words. Like, why the fuck you gonna let another person say some shit to you and let it get to you? Right. Knowing they just talking. Right. Like and it ain't even like that.
And you know, Marty, I've learned in like talking about it now, it's easier said than done. Because when it happens, your first instinct is to respond.
Yeah, to go punch on something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so it takes you like all your energy to be like, don't fucking respond. This is what they want. They want you to keep going. They want you to keep going. Did you ever find yourself in a situation where you were responding and you were fucking up?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I barely, like I said, it took me a long time to really get like, you know, you said I got my head on my shoulders. Yeah, you know, it took me a long time to be like that. You know, I was always in this and that, you know, doing this, doing that. I was always letting shit get to me. You know, I was always out there fighting. And I just had to realize that shit ain't worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
And it overshadows everything that you're trying to accomplish.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm out here trying to put out this hot shit, trying to show my city I'm one of the golden babies.
That's it.
If I go feed into your negativity, that's gonna make me look like you, like a little L7, a little weenie. And you know, there's no need for that. Like why am I gonna feed into your bullshit?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's bullshit. Yeah, that's all it is. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Are you one of those rappers that has bitches on your DMs?
Something like that.
They all just want to go in the studio with you, and right? Is that how is it like in Love and Hip Hop? Is that how it really is?
It's how it be, but you can't focus too much on that shit.
Was it enticing for you in the beginning though?
It was.
You know, like
I'm real. I grew up a little ugly. You know, I ain't really never catch too many compliments.
Yeah, I got you.
So once I got a little more handsome, you know, started rapping and shit. Yeah. You know.
That's one of your entourage is kind of cute, but he has a girlfriend here. I just found out, and she watches the show, so I ain't trying to do all that. But sorry. No, okay. I always see like on TV, you know, it's always the bitches that always want to be with the rappers. You know what I mean? So they can go to all the shows and stuff like that. At what point did you realize, okay, look, this is just for the good time and these like no, here's a better question. How did you end up realizing, so like you said, you got your posse out there, right? And you know that they've got your back unconditionally no matter what. They're not in this for like the hype. You know what I mean? How long did it take you to separate the two? To find the people that were just in it for the hype and for the people that were like your posse out there that really got your back.
Shit, it took a little minute. I'm be real with you. Like I said, I got a big heart. You know, I got a good heart. I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. I'd always try to show people love, thinking I was gonna get love back. You know, and I always had them. Like I said, you know, they a little deeper than a posse. That's my family, so they was always there. But you know, at the beginning, you know, it feel kind of good. You got niggas trying to, you know, jump ship, trying to come rock with you and shit. Right. But you got to realize they're not rocking with you to rock with you. They trying to get something out your ass.
Exactly, yes.
And I just had to realize, especially with like the hate and animosity, like that shit really, it do be like that behind closed doors. Yeah. Like niggas will ride with you just to see what's gonna shake. Right. And as soon as they get dropped off, they talking shit.
It's unfortunate.
They just you know, like, oh, it wasn't even all that. You know, he ain't even do all this.
Yes.
And it took me a minute to really realize, like, I don't even know why I'm trying to get y'all to fuck with me when I already got the real ones that fuck with me. Yeah. But like I said, you know, I ain't never have nobody. So it felt good finally having somebody. But I had to realize I had somebody to begin with. You know, this whole time I just not having nobody, it makes you want more.
For sure.
Like you can have a couple people, you gonna want more. You gonna want more love, you gonna want more respect.
Yeah.
And that's not what you're gonna get in the long run. It's just gonna be a bunch of negativity and bullshit.
Absolutely. And it's one of those hard lessons to learn on your way to the top
as well. Yeah, it's very hard.
It's hard to like let go of people that, you know, you knew for a long time and that you cared about, and then you just to find out that they were only rocking with you for the hype, if you will. You know what I mean? Now, is your posse on stage with you when you're performing? Yeah. I've seen that a lot in rap concerts too. Like they'll have like their whole fucking family up there. Yeah. Which would be distracting for me. I don't know. Like,
no, it do be sometimes.
Yeah. Can I be on stage with you? Can I go? Can I get it? No, I will. I won't do anything gay. I promise. Now, if I'm in the bathroom, Marty Mar, I'm just letting you know that. Let me do me, okay? But if I'm on your stage, like while you're performing, I won't do anything gay. I promise. Like I won't drop it like it's hot, or pretend I'm sucking dick. Like I promise, I won't do that. Okay. He said no. Did you just say no?
He probably did.
Marty, let me go on stage with you and you perform that one time. Or let me be in one of your rap music videos. I promise we'll get tons of views. Speaking of tons of views, On the Floor on YouTube right now, I believe you released it 5 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Got over 11,000 views so far.
It's right now it just hit 12,000.
Oh, good for you. What was it like for you to see that so many people were like receiving that freestyle? It's a freestyle, right? Yeah, freestyle. It's so well produced. It's so well, like, just your verbiage, and it sounds sonically amazing. Like, what was it like for you, like, for you to realize that people, oh my God, they really like this? You know what I mean?
Shit, it was an amazing feeling. Yeah. It's like I said, I ain't been rapping too long. I don't want to be one of them artists that is just dropping a whole bunch of shit. I like to put my work in, drop this, wait a little bit, drop that, wait a little bit.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, for
exactly.
Sure.
Quality over quantity. Like, I want them to feel what I'm dropping.
Give some of your peers some of that advice, please.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, like, there's
give some of your peers some of that advice.
The way I look at it, you dropping a whole bunch of shit. You dropping 9, 10 songs.
Yeah.
Fuck around, they only fuck with 1 or 2 out the whole little thing. You're not gonna get nowhere with that.
For sure.
Like, when you take your time, and like I said, I took my time with On the Flow. Yeah. And I dropped it. And like I said, it's been 5 months. I ain't dropped none since. I'm gonna drop a new video next weekend. Be on the lookout. But
it'll be out by then. Yeah. Yeah, by the time this episode's out, it'll be out now.
I just, I wanted to really see. I felt like at this point in time, that was my most well-produced song, my most lyrical song. Like, it really, it really showed what I was trying to show.
And I was going to say, lyrically, it sounds like it was heavily inspired by, like, your life growing up and the things that you went through. Yeah. How important is it to you to make music that relates to stuff like that? Is that, like, the goal?
Yeah.
Because I never hear you rapping about, like, pussy and titties. I hate that. You know what I mean? Your rap, it's like, that's why I was telling somebody at my job, I was like, you notice that it's not all about, like, bitches and hoes and smoking pot. It sounds like there's a narrative. Yeah. You know what I mean? Is that the goal for you when it comes to music?
Yeah, because like I said, they'd be surprised, how some of us really grew up in this city. The shit that we've been around, we've seen, we've witnessed, we felt. And that's why I don't even really do features like that. I like to keep to myself because I'm putting out original content. Yes. I'm not trying to sound like bro. I'm not trying to sound like them.
Right, for sure.
I ain't trying to sound like I'm out here just shooting shit up and fucking hoes. Like, I'm trying to make it sound like I'm hurt. Nigga hurt inside. So I want them to feel that hurt.
And it's different.
You'd be surprised how many people feel the shit you feel and went through what you went through. Yeah. So that's my main objective, is to
I love it.
Just keep it original.
And it sounds so good too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, just the way that you did the song or the rap or whatever, or the freestyle, I should say, you really capture the moment of your lifetime. You know what I mean? It really was like, I just put everything into perspective for you. You know what I mean? So you did a really, really good job. Were you proud of that?
Yeah, I was proud of it because I was really proud of it because, like I said, it's just. That was like, I don't even know how to put it, man. That shit was just.
How did you not let it get to your head? Because it did get, like, a lot. I see that it got a lot of like positive feedback and everybody was fucking with it. How did you not end up, like, walking around like hot shit? Like,
Because, like, if I wouldn't have been expecting it, my head would have got big. I would have been like, my shit popping. Fuck what you talking about. We up. Sure. But I've been down my whole life, so I don't get big headed. I get positivity, I get wisdom, I get inspiration.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I put that song out, my only goal was hoping that they felt that shit. They realized, he kind of young, but he old school at the same time. Like, this shit real. He really spinning what the fuck he going through.
For sure.
And so once it started blowing up, I ain't even get big headed because I wouldn't say I expected it, but I was hoping for that. Like, I was hoping for them to catch wind because in my head the whole time I'm thinking, because really when I first dropped it, it was already out like 2-3 months and they had like not even 2,000 views.
Right.
Like, not all sudden, it was like 1.5K, 1.6K, yes, and I'm sitting there, I'm still humble. I'm like, they're gonna catch on to it. They're gonna feel it. They're gonna catch wind.
Definitely.
They're gonna understand what the fuck I'm putting out. Yeah. And then. Shout out, I'm to Texas. My bro had put me on their TikTok platform. Oh, okay. And it hit 300,000 views in a day.
Wow.
And everybody from Texas
they just fucked with it.
That's all it took.
And you know what, Marty? While it's not your first song and it's not the introduction to music, I personally feel like that is a good introduction for you.
Most
for people
definitely.
who don't know who you are, I think whatever the first single was, I mean, that's cute or whatever that you got. Yeah. But I think that you should definitely present yourself with that freestyle because
I'm known.
I was just like, this is like showcasing who this person is and the type of lifestyle that he grew up in. And it's just so crazy. Like, I was honestly scared to message you. Because I was like, no, look, he's gonna think he's hot shit, yeah, blah blah blah. And you were just always so nice, like you seem so humble. Do you think that your circumstances growing up had a lot to do with that?
Most definitely. Yeah. Like I said, people, you know, some people grow up to the point to where they think something's supposed to be given to them. You know, they supposed to deserve that shit. You got to work for that shit, Cuddy.
Yeah, yeah.
I've had to work for every single thing in my life. Yeah. Whether it was, you know, the new J's, you know, the new whip, you know, a little fit, a haircut. I had to make something shake for that shit.
Everything.
You know, so I was never big-headed because I worked for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's, you know, some people get big-headed even when they have to work for shit.
Yes.
But it's because they think somebody owns something because they went out there and made something shake. Nigga, that's your goal. You supposed to make something shake. You're not supposed to get big-headed for doing what the fuck you supposed to do, because at the end of the day, that's what you're supposed to do in the first place. Yes. So why would you get big-headed knowing that that's what you were supposed to do?
So many people can learn a thing or two from you, Marty Mar. Honestly, they really can, because these people be letting shit get to their head. You know what I mean? I know. Like they do. You know, I get excited when the public affair hits 1.6K views. You know what I mean? And I've been doing this almost 3 years. You know, I've been in media for almost a decade, and to me, it's like even to this day, I'm like, oh my god, look. Like, you know, even the accolades. Like when people are like, Andrew, you know, you were gonna win that shit. I didn't. I had no idea. You know what I mean? I wanted to ask you, do you ever feel like you want to touch into different types of genres in music, or is rap just where it's at?
No, I really have been trying to, like, you know, like tap into my other side. Like I've been fucking with different shit. Like I got some new shit coming out. I don't know when. Might be on the mixtape.
Oh, we have a mixtape. Yeah,
it's coming soon. I ain't gonna set no release date.
I better get the preview. Okay,
I got you.
I better listen. There better be I want you to do a pop song. No, I want you. You know what? You should. You should feature on a pop song. You can. The rappers are doing that now. You know what I mean? Listen, I could be like being not judgment. I could be being boxed here, right? But you should do like a fucking you should be on some gay guy song, and you should do yes, he should do the feature. He should. Yes, you should, Marty Mar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever do? Would you work with a gay artist? I often read about articles about gays in hip hop. No, I really want your perspective on it and what you think. Do you think that there's a lane for gay people in hip hop?
I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that. I mean, to each his own.
Right.
But, I mean, talent's talent.
Right.
You feel me? Like I ain't never looked at nobody different, you know.
Right.
Because they was like, it's like saying you look at somebody different because they gay. It's like the same shit as saying you look at somebody different because they a different color.
Right.
Like everybody's their own person. So I ain't too, you know, negative, you know, hateful to that shit.
Right. So if I had a hard ass song, right, and I said, Marty, do a feature on this, you would do it.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
Yeah. Even if it was about like gay shit, but you would listen, your bars don't have to be gay. I'm just saying mine is gay. Okay.
It all depends.
Okay, so like obviously I'm not gonna be like on the song talking about sucking Marty Mar's dick. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? But I gotta rep my people too, Marty. Okay. You know what I mean? No. So what other genres were you thinking of tapping in, or what can we hear on the mixtape?
I was really doing like some R&B shit.
Oh, like singing, Yeah. Do you sing?
You could say.
Do you serenade the women?
Something like that.
Oh my, he be serenading the women, huh? He's a roach. Is that what he's doing? Marty, do you sing?
Something like that.
Oh,
I guess you could say, but no, that shit really is really different though. You know, I got like 2 or 3 that are like that, and I've really been. I got to put more time into that than the other shit.
Right.
You know?
I was gonna say, is it nerve wracking to put something out like that? Because
hell yeah,
yeah,
it is, because you know, I ain't even really too worried about what other people think about it, because like it's me, it's Marty Mar. I drop that shit, they gonna bite on it. But I got to make sure that I feel comfortable dropping that shit, that it's coming out how I want it to come out. You feel me? But that shit hot, though. It's some hot shit.
I think you should, like, I want you to stick in your lane with the, not that I want to box it. I don't want to box it. Like, I don't want to call it gangster rap.
Yeah.
But that's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? I don't want to box your music. But I definitely think that you should tap into different genres, too.
Hell yeah.
I think you should appeal to everybody, Marty Mar, yes.
That's what's going to get everybody to flock to me.
That's
you feel me? I don't want to just, that's why I said I ain't even really, like, my first 2 songs, my second one, it was more like, I guess you could say like this new age gangster shit. Yeah. And even I didn't feel comfortable dropping it because that's not me. Like, I'm a gangster, but I'm old school.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'd rather, you know, there's a difference between being a gangster and then being a hothead.
Being a hothead.
You know, like people want to, you know, they want to hear that all that blue and shit. Like they want to hear, you know, they want to see big ass sticks in your videos.
For sure.
You know, niggas doing drive-bys, shooting shit. That's like.
I like that you didn't pick that lane though, because it almost seems like it's a cop out. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what everybody doing that shit. So how do you expect?
Oh, your talent is just so natural.
Like how do you got the nerve to get on social media being like, I'm one of a kind?
Right.
You saying that, and then I'm getting offline, I'm playing your shit, and it sound like every motherfucking body else.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that's not
different. Dookie.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's not different.
Sure.
Like that's not like to be your own. You got to be in your own lane.
Definitely.
And like that's why when I dropped the floor, that really showed me like I'm in my own lane.
Oh yeah, for
like,
sure.
People ain't making shit that I'm making. Like the closest people that are making shit that like I'm making in this city is like Hot Boy West and Waco Tron.
Oh yeah.
It's more than just, like I said, it's more than just like some gangster shit. It's,
right.
I call it ghetto gospel.
Okay.
Like it's real. It's real feelings. It's real shit that you're going through and you're experiencing, and that's what's really gonna catch their eye. I don't care if, like I said, it took a couple more months for On the Flow to catch on. I was fine with that because I knew once they caught on, it was gonna be the audience I was looking for.
And so did you achieve the audience that you were looking for?
Hell yeah, I most definitely did.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Marty, I hate that we're running out of fucking time. That's gay. But there is another question that I wanted to ask you. What do you feel about today's rappers? I mean, we were just talking a little bit about, you do sound a lot different. A lot of people kind of seem like they choose the route of it being about pussy, titties, shooting people and pot. And then, you take a different sound sonically. You know what I mean? Where you talk more about your life. Do you think that today's rappers are doing the right thing in terms of trying to get exposure and like to have their career on track? Or?
I mean, really, the way I look at it, I feel like as artists, we have more to offer people.
Yeah.
Like I ain't like, I mean, some of this shit be catchy.
Right.
Like some of this shit, it make you want to go do some gangster shit.
Yeah,
It's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like with, how much technology we have, in the new age and how much shit that we're witnessing and going through as, as our people go through, I feel like we have more to offer.
For sure.
On the music side. Like I feel that there's more than just posting some guns in your video and rapping about gangster shit. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm 23 years old.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear that shit.
Okay.
Like I don't want to hear, everybody dropping the same shit and it's the same shit, shit. I'm selling bows, I'm shooting niggas, I'm fucking their hoe. Like I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I want to hear some shit that gonna really make me sit there, listen to that bitch while it's playing, not just ride and jam to it. Like I want to listen to it. I want to be able to be like, that's that hot shit.
Yeah.
And that ain't no disrespect because obviously they doing something right, but it's just, I feel like everybody just on the same shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to hear some different shit. Like I want to see you take your character and put it out of place to see who you really are.
Showcase your talent.
Yeah, showcase your talent. Like there's no need to sound like everybody else or you just gonna fall in that same category. Definitely. You can't expect to be, to be bigger, to be, more popular,
right?
To have more of an outreach when you dropping the same shit as everybody else. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be stuck in that circle.
I got you.
Of he's just a trap rapper.
Right.
He's just a gangster. Like that's just, and I feel like I'm not trying to be stuck in no box.
Right.
I'm trying to be outside that motherfucker, on my own.
Now, Marty, I'm going to let you know right now, I would like to make one EP in my whole lifetime, even though I'm not a musician, and it is going to be really slutty, okay? It's going to be very slutty. You better do a fucking feature on that.
I got you, brother.
It could be about, your life and stuff like that, but I'm going to be slutty, okay? God, you know what, Marty? Okay, so, again, we are out of time, but what can we expect for you in the future? I mean, so you said that you got the mixtape coming out. You said that, when can we expect that?
Shit, I got another single, Ratchet Flow, that's coming out next weekend.
Oh my! And
then I got another one coming out after that called Ghetto Gospel. That's coming out, and I say about a month.
Right.
So be expecting that EP, no later than the next 2 months.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on it. I got 11 songs. I ain't got too many features because, like I said, I'm trying to showcase my talent, but I got some big names on it, and I ain't just talking like no local shit. Like I got some big names on it.
Can we get a little teaser? Like who? Or you can't say?
Shit, I don't even want to say that.
I hate your business. I really hate the music business. Yeah, y'all can't say shit. You know what I mean?
Nah, because that's
if you whisper it, nobody will know.
That's how I be though, man. Because like people. That's the thing. You put it all out there. When you put it all out there early, they're not gonna be as shocked or surprised whenever it comes out.
Yes.
I'd rather hold that shit back so when it do come out, they're like, he wasn't bullshitting. Like he got some shit.
Marty, let me tell you something. When the mixtape comes out, though, I'm gonna be checking for that. Okay?
Oh, for sure.
He was on my show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it on. It's gonna be on all streaming platforms. I'm making CDs, everything.
I want the CD. I don't have a CD player, but I want it for the memorabilia.
I got you.
What artist do you want to work with the most?
Out of everybody right now, I'd have to say Kodak Black.
Oh, okay. That's your person.
Yeah, Kodak Black. I've been jamming him since back in the day. So I'm talking about since like 2011, 2012.
Okay.
Like I really fuck with Kodak Black.
Yeah.
I want to do a song with Zero.
Yeah.
That's the king of Texas.
Oh, yeah.
That's the king of Texas.
Everybody loves Zero. Yeah.
That's the original ghetto baby. Like folks want to say this and that.
Yeah.
Man, everybody and their mama was on that Zero. Still is.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when he came out. Yeah, that's all I heard. That's what my friends listened to.
Yeah, like I grew up on Zero.
Yeah.
He's the one that really got me through like a lot of that hard shit. Like, I'm sitting there looking in the mirror, ready to end this shit. I put on some Zero. I feel a little better because
he got you.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, I ain't the only one going through this shit.
I hope you get to meet him.
Yeah, I know.
I do. I hope you get to meet him one day. And Marty, let me tell you something. I hope that you have a successful career filled with nothing but longevity. And you keep this person that you are, like, just that's who you are. And I love it. Yeah. I loved meeting you. You are truly a humbled person, a kind individual, very, very fucking talented for your age. Yes, and I can't wait to see what's going to be coming up more for you. Now, Marty, can you leave us with anything else before we go? Is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to? Anything that you want to tease before we leave?
Man, shout out Giovanni the King. Shout out Al D, shout out Iconic Visuals, and shout out to every motherfucking body that believe in me. I don't care if you a friend, a family member, a fan, you one of these network pages. Like, if you believe in me, that shit means something. I take that shit to the heart. So I appreciate everybody showing love. And shout out to my motherfucking boys here right now.
We love you guys.
Lil Edgar, Lil Jacob, and Lil Paul.
Do they want to?
Y'all been here since the beginning. We real family, nigga. This shit, I'm doing this shit not just for me, but for y'all. We gonna be good.
Marty, thank you for coming on to the Public Affair.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. This a once in a lifetime thing.
Don't forget about me when you make it all big time, right?
I got you.
Listen, I'm gonna message you and be like, remember when you were on my show, bitch?
No, for real.
All right, when you make it big time, I've got my eye on you. You guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to follow Marty Mar on all social media platforms. Before we go, where can we find you? Social media and YouTube, please.
YouTube, type in Marty Mar, Marty Marr. On Instagram, MGOG Marty Mar, and on Facebook, Marty Mar. Tap the fuck in. Whether you a fan, you the audience, you a producer, an artist, tap in. Let's do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna post some songs on the comments as well, guys, especially for On the Floor. I want everybody to see that one. That's what definitely attracted me to this guy. Again, Marty Mar, thank you so much for coming on to the Public. I wish we had 100 hours. Unfortunately, we do not.
I could keep going.
I know. I hope you'll come back on.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I hope that when you're all rich and famous and big time and bitches and hoes and Corvettes, I hope that you're gonna come.
I'm gonna be in the same spot.
You better be.
Yes,
I'm gonna hold you to that. All right.
I got you.
You guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Public Affair. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my very special guest, Mr. Marty Mar. Thank you again. So much for coming on to the show. Before we go, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode was brought to us by Junior Fuentes, Thomas Robinson, and their entire hot super sexual family at J Petal and Poke. They provide delicious savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls, and they also have handcrafted Thai rolled ice cream for dessert, darling. That's right. You can choose from a menu item or create your own like I like to do, because I like to be in control. Locations on University Parks Drive and Hewitt Drive, and order online at jpetaltx.com. To J Petal and Poke, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Go for dinner tonight. It's really good, I promise. And it's good for you, okay? It's good because you just put that stuff in your body, all right? J Petal and Poke, you guys take the entourage, take them. Of course, the Foil Box and Audio, my boy Jeffrey Moulton, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation, stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. In case you need a specialized custom subwoofer enclosure and much more, so you can bump all of Marty Mar's tracks. He's definitely a jack of all trades and one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. To Jeffrey Moulton, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair, bro. Of course, to my bro Jesus Sanchez, all the way from Mart, Texas, with Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. He's a small construction business from Mart, specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. Protect your home from the crazy elements of this goddamn Texas weather with the high quality and affordable work that he provides, and so much more. Follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen. My boy Jesus Sanchez with Mart, Texas, from Mart, Texas. Thank you so much to Brothers Roofing and Remodeling for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Rosalinda Perez with Rosalinda's Insurance Agency, who provides all insurance needs, including auto, life, home, and everything. That's why she also provides notary services, which we all need once or twice. Listen, Marty, you're on the come up. Sometimes you're going to need some notarized letters. You got to hit up Rosalinda Perez, right? Rosalinda's Insurance Agency. Call the number on the screen. Y se habla español también. To my girl, Rosalinda Perez, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking the GOAT, one of my biggest supporters and one of my great friends, Junior Banda with Fatboy Michelada y Botana, who provides the best Michelada and Botana plates for yourself or for a party, with a menu, a ton of different items, including Botana balls, chamois, pickles, and more. Now, he's locally operated, so make sure you get the best and not the rest. That's right. Follow him on Facebook and Instagram at Fatboy Michelada y Botana and place your order now. To Junior Banda, thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor and supporter of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate you. Of course, to everybody that tuned into the show, I've got more on the way. To my very, very special guest, Marty Mar. The sky's the limit for you. You've got this. You know that.
Yes, sir.
You're very humbled, but I'm telling you that you got this. All right.
Yes, sir.
And as I told him before the camera started, don't forget to always keep it between us.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.